Good evening, welcome to Season 15 of Next Gen. This is the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s. This is round number 6. The halfway point of the season, we're here at Monza short. So expect a few fireworks, I would say. Sandwalk 3, the first man out to the pit lane then. There's Shadowstalker, there's Adam Morris. Let's go through the runners. We have 16 of them tonight. We have Yorkshire Stig, Adam Morris, Prosser 14, Shadowstalker, DBS, the Dizzler, Web User Johnny, Sandwalk 3, Scooby G, the Les, Cot Marco, Bruce Lee Harding on his debut with the GT5s, Ginger Poisson, Boyraxa 14, NGR Fraser, AMH Racing returning for his second race of the season, and obviously the host Jamie WRX. Have a quick look at the standings for these cars. So after 5 rounds, after the Red Bull Ring last time out, a couple of weeks ago, Boyraxa 14 still needs this championship. Now this is before any drop scores are implicated, so those won't happen until after round 11. So Boyraxa 14, he has 101 points to Jamie's 75. Jamie has missed a round though, a round or two. Prosser has got 54 points. Scooby G on 46 with Adam Morris also on 46. Fraser has 42 with Sandwalk 3 on 39. The Les has 34. Maybe Johnny 33. Shadowstalker DBS 32. Cart Marco has 27 with Seeks 44 on also on 27. Bob Mark 1 has 22 with Yorkshire Stig also on 22. Cam 23 Days has 20 with the Dizzler on 17. Danzo has 16 points with Gimp Buster on Lightblade on 13. Gimp Buster has 8 with BM Graham 40 on 7. Points for the Pro Lobby. Boyraxa does lead that Pro Lobby. He has got 101 points to Jamie's 75. Prosser has 57 with Scooby G on 51. Adam Morris has 48 with Fraser on 42. The Les has 35. And Cam 23 Days has 28. With regards to the Pro-Am, as someone's gone off at turn number 1, Sandwalk leads the Pro-Am with 72 points to Shadowstalker's 62. Johnny has 59 with Cot Marco on 48. Bob Mike 1 46. Seeks 44 is on 44. Yorkshire Stig has 38 with the Dizzler on 36. Danzo has 26 with Lightblade on 18. BM Graham 40 has 12. Joint with Gimp Buster on 12. NGR Tim 78 has 9. Fire Medic 192 has 8 with Burnt Fry 699 on 8. So we're here at Monza short. Very short track, as you see, 53 seconds in these cars. Jamie currently leading the way with a 53.9. AMH just ahead of him there. There's Boyraxa in the background. There's the Les. Let's go on board the Les for a bit of a lap here. So we head down the main straight. Obviously he's cut off short. So where's Les going to brake for this? Normally about there, yeah, where the pit lane jerks out. Tuck it in. You can keep it nice and tight. You can let it run wide or keep it tight, up to you, but it does affect this left-hand corner. Just clip the grass. The right-hander, a little lift, get the front tucked in, and then back into the throttle. Down the back straight we go, and towards the Parabolica curve. Absolutely flat into 5th. We hit the Parabolica, down a couple of gears to get the front end turned in, bring the throttle back in, and let it rev for as long as you can. Obviously gear changes take time. Yeah, rev the nuts off into 4th, back down the main straight, and across the line. Les doesn't improve that time around. We have just 4 minutes 54 of qualifying left. Adam Morris starting a bit of a train behind him. There's Jamie, then AMH, and also Boy Rexa. Scooby G crossing the, it's crossing the line. Just go quicker, up into 4th place. There's Prosser, just coming out the pits. Bruce has managed to get up into 6th, courtesy of a bit of a helping hand there from, I believe, Cut Marco, maybe with a bit of slipstream. Good time, only 7/10 away. He's about to come around. There's the Les. Les is up into 2nd. Someone spun out of the top there. No idea who that is. I think it might have been Fraser. Yeah, whether he got tapped or anything. But Johnny coming across the line. Doesn't go any quicker. Actually had a bad lap that time around. Ginger Poisson. His first race this season in this category of car. What can he do about it? Currently 11th, will stay 11th. Sandwalk 3. So this particular course, just 1.5 miles long. Literally 2 corner names only. As Boy Rexa sets a new pole position time. He puts in a 53.7. AMH a 53.8. Jamie 53.9. This is all very, very tight at the moment. Bruce has been bumped down to 7th. There's Les, and Bruce is right tucked in behind him. They come into Parabolica. Up to the line. Bruce has actually been bumped down to 10th. He's only a second away. Must have been out like that time around. As the Les peels off. You just see this mad train of cars, and if you're not in a mad train of cars around here, you're pretty much not going to set a good time. Scooby G there, coming out of Parabolica. We've got 22 laps to look forward to this. Coming up. Scooby doesn't go any quicker, goes down the inside though of someone. There goes Prosser. And that's Ginger. And the blue topped roof. Who is in the red topped roof? It's the Dizzler. As I think that's Johnny. It is Johnny who's gone for a bit of a spin coming out of the Ricardo Junior loop. Jamie puts in fastest lap though, 53.5, 2/10 quicker than anyone. Yorkshire Stick has retired. He's left the session. As they head into the right hand through the Parabolica, this for their penultimate time in qualifying. They'll get one more lap around here. Jamie, we're looking at the pole sitter currently. There's Boy Rexa. The Les is now going side by side with him. Across the line, no one improves. Who else have we got to cross the line? Who's going to be next to cross it is the big question. Ginger Poisson will be the next man to cross that line. He will be the first man to complete qualifying. I think that's a bit cheeky really using that, although he's actually been the car, so possibly a bad lap that time around. Here comes Prosser, again using all the apron. Maybe he's a Johnny. Across the line, does not improve. Prosser's had a massive accident with Cop Marco on the circuit. Meanwhile, you're going to have this bunch of guys. Boyraxer. Prosser's line, can't get there though. MH has gone round. Yeah, Shadowstalker's still running. No, he's just like he's going to do a quick practice start then. Good evening, Scooby G. How are you, mate? So then, your grid for Monza Short. Jamie WRX takes the pole position from Boyraxer. Row 2 is AMH and the Les. Row 3, Adam Morris and Scooby G. Row 4, Ginger Poisson and Prosser. Row 5 is Sandwalk 3 and Bruce Lee Harding. Row number 6 is Fraser and Johnny. Row 7, Cop Marco and Shadowstalker DBS. And rounding out at row 8, 15th and last, the Dizzler. Yorkshire Stig not completing qualifying. So as I said, we've got a 22 lap race around here. We're sinking in. We're going to have 3 red lights. We're green at Monza for the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s. Who's got the best start? It's the Les. The Les has got a great start looking down the middle into Recorder Junior. He backs out of it, probably the wisest option. Just having a look down the field, and it looks like we've all got away fairly cleanly. The Dizzler just clipping the wall then. But we've got away cleanly for the first time here at Monza Short. We head now down towards the Parabolica for the first time. In the background we've got Bruce Lee Harding and Johnny side by side. They've had a little bit of a collection there. And Sandwalk isn't far behind them as they enter Parabolica. But Boyraxer leads. And the Les are looking down the inside of Jamie coming out of Parabolica. Jamie will get the tow here from Boyraxer though. But AMH tucked up right behind the Les as we head on to lap number 2. So go on board with AMH. Got a good view. Oh my god! Jamie has just died courtesy of Ginger Poisson. Wow, that was like a missile. But back at the front, Boyraxer having to defend off from the Les. I don't know what's happened there, but Ginger Poisson, how on earth is he can't still honestly think he can keep that place. That's a phenomenal dive bomb. I mean, that is basically forgetting you're on the short loop. And he's just cannoned into one of the championship contenders. But the Les leads on to lap number 3. I think that's going to be sent to the stewards in quite a bad fashion. But Boyraxer completes the move to get back up into the lead. Boyraxer actually looking to defend his title this season for the Ginetta GT5s. He's the last person to win them a couple of seasons ago. In the background though, Bruce Lee Harding is battling hard with web user Johnny and Sandwalk. Heading up effectively Group B. As the train of cars for the top 6 head through Parabolica. AMH trying to go down the inside line, and it's almost working. He's now got the slipstream from Boyraxa. Now, in theory, you shouldn't go below that white line. That does denote the circuit width. But the Les nicks that lead lap, but he won't be leading after turn number 1. Boyraxa with the inside line, and AMH looking to potentially get involved with this. Down the inside through the right-hander. But and the Les trying to come across and defend his line, but AMH already there. In the background, Webby's Johnny has someone behind. Bruce is now being passed by, I think, Fraser. But they're 3 wide, coming down towards Parabolica. RDF1, Adam Morris. Briefly in the lead before the Les takes it back. And here comes Boyraxa down the inside again. This is interesting stuff then. Oh, Prosser. I don't know what he's up to there, but that was a little bit interesting. He ended up in the wall, and he could have just lost the slipstream, which is ever so crucial around here. Adam Morris now leads, though, on lap number 5 of 22. As they head down the back straight again. Come around, looks very chilly today. Fraser, he's up into 8th place. Bruce 9th, so Sam Mock's been overtaken. He's down to 10th as the front. The Les now down the inside. Being almost pushed by AMH into Parabolica. He's been got a bit wider, 4 wide, briefly, through Parabolica. And the Les drops down to 4th. Oh, that's going to end in tears. That's a big crash for the Les and Scooby G. You just can't pull across when a car's there. You just can't do that. And Jamie back up into 12th place now. Meanwhile, Adam Morris and AMH Racing are battling hard for this first place. And here comes Boyraxa. He's now alongside Adam Morris coming down the back straight. Now, every time one of these boys makes a mistake or crashes into someone, it's giving the guys in the midfield a chance to move up in the order. In which Fraser's now leading that battle. I'm trying to get a bit more footage of this because this is looking good. There's Webby's Johnny, he's in 5th with Fraser. There's the Dizzler, who's got Bruce Lee Harding now going down the inside of him, coming out of Parabolica. At the front though, AMH Racing being pushed by Boyraxa as Adam Morris now alongside. No, that's Adam Morris. Yeah, Adam Morris is pushing. Boyraxa's down the inside. Prosser trying to follow. He's up into 3rd for definite coming through the right-hander. Whether he's going to keep it on the exit though is another matter. As they now split almost like into tandem draft. 2 lines like NASCAR. But behind you've also got Webby to Johnny, who's got Fraser side by side. This is going to help Bruce behind catch him back up. If they're continuously fighting, they won't be pulling away. And Webby to Johnny dipping the brakes, and Fraser taking that quite nicely, but very wide, and it's going to allow Johnny back on his tail. Down the main straight they go. Back at the front though, Boyraxa's now leads. AMH looking to the inside to hit the brakes. Fraser still has Webby to Johnny. Webby to Johnny looking for a switchback through the right-hander. That's a great move. You can get this sorted. Into the next right-hander. Bruce Lee Harding also behind. Potentially looking for a double overtake here at some point. You had the slipstream of Fraser's forced Fraser into a defensive position. They're 3 wide. Bruce is now past Johnny. He's on the outside for Parabolica though. He's going to send it around the outside of Parabolica. Again, the inside line will win that one. But Bruce should have a nice exit speed from Parabolica. AMH now pushing Boyraxa down the road. Prosser down the inside of Adam Morris. Maybe looking down the inside of AMH. Yes, he does. He sends it. Oh, and he's clipped Boyraxa. And instead he's forced AMH into the wall. He's gone down the inside, almost tried going down the inside of Boyeraxa. It's not worked, it's clipped AMH. AMH has got going again, but it's cost him time, and he's now behind Sandwalk. As Fraser finds himself up into third place, but he's got strong competition behind him. Will Sandwalk fight this with AMH? Now AMH is a filler, so he won't be scoring points. Yeah, Sandwalk's gone a bit wide. He's just going to allow AMH through, not really fight it. Meanwhile, there's Scooby G, whereas there's Jamie. He's managed to get back into 9th so far. He's only 8.4 away after that missile hit him. There's Ginger. He's got Prosser and Marco behind. Sandwalk has had a bit of a bad race so far. He's down the order in 15th. But Adam Morris, Boyeraxa, I fully expect these two guys to work together to pull away from the pack. Build that gap so it becomes unassailable. We're only coming up halfway through almost. As Johnny now looks down the inside of Fraser for third place. Into Parabolica they go. Oh, and Fraser really wide then through Parabolica. Both of them possibly with a bit of understeer as Johnny almost turns into Bruce as Bruce finds the gap. Side by side, here comes Fraser. Will he make it 3 wide? No, he won't. As they enter, that is very close quarters for the racing. Great driving from both parties there. They head into the right-hander now. I think Fraser's got a good run coming out of the right-hander. I think they're 3 wide. And yes, Fraser now takes third place by about a bonnet worth at the moment. AMH is now about to get involved. Into Parabolica they go. Bruce down the inside. Bruce now looking to take third place back. AMH gonna be slipstreaming with Bruce. Now they're going to get almost 4 wide. Down the main straight, we are 4 wide. And Webby's a Johnny jumps into third place now. Bruce pretty much boxed in there. We'll send it around the outside of the right-hander. Drops back in behind AMH. Boyeraxa now in the lead though of this race. But we're focusing on this tussle of cars, which range from 3rd to 9th place, because I think that's Jamie now on the back of it. AMH looking down the inside of Johnny going into Parabolica. Bruce looking to the outside, but looking for a switchback maybe. He knows Fraser goes wide here. The Dizzler definitely goes a bit wide. Jamie looks down the inside. Bruce passes Fraser into 5th place then. And now Sandwalk looking for a bit of the action as they head towards the Ricardo Junior for what will be the 13th time of 22. Hit the brakes. Oh, and that's another big collision. And yet again, it involved Jamie. I don't know what happened, but again, we've just seen a car spear into turn number 1. And unfortunately, for the second time, it's collected Jamie, or something's happened to Jamie going into turn number 1. As we continue to watch this midfield group, they're 3 wide going into turn number 1. That's not going to end well. Bruce is in the wall. I think he might have just saved Abuser Johnny from spinning then. But it now means all of them have lost time to AMH, but AMH doesn't have a slipstream. These boys do. So that is going to be crucial if they want to catch back up and potentially challenge for that 3rd place. And there's Scooby G, there's Jamie. having to have yet another recovery drive. He's got a lot of laps left, about 8 more laps to go here around Monza. These are your two leaders, Boy Rexer followed by Adam Morris. AMH Racing is currently third and is being caught by the guys behind. That gap will be coming down because of that slipstream. There's Hammock, Bruce Lee Harding, web user Johnny. Is he? Yes, he is still effectively tagged on the end of this battle. He's a fair way from it, but he's still just about there. Hunty the Punty, how's it going? It's going well, mate. How are you? It's good to see you. I mean, if you only just joined, you've missed a couple of big incidents going into turn 1. People potentially forgetting they're doing the junior circuit rather than the full one. But it's going well so far. Boy Rexer in the lead with Adam Morris. They've kind of gotten away from the field due to the incidents. And this is the main battle in the midfield. This used to be the battle for third. It's currently the battle for fourth. However, they are gradually closing in on AMH Racing for that podium spot as Fraser goes down the inside of Sandwalk. And a tap, and Fraser's got through. I wouldn't say the cleanest of passes, but very touring car-esque. Hoping to do Formula Rookies. Yeah, they're brilliant, mate. I race in them, and they're fantastic to drive. I believe we got same circuit, but I think it's light rain in the race, so should make things a bit interesting. To continue watch this battle, Sandwalk in the middle. I don't think he's going to be too happy with Fraser almost spinning him out and then taking the place, but that is what a touring car category race brings you. The Les has got work to do. Jamie's gone past Scooby G. Meanwhile, Bruce looking down the inside of Sandwalk. Getting a bit of a tap. Fraser in the wall. They're 3 wide briefly. Hunty Bunty saying he's going to lock up like a muppet then. I don't know. Obviously, you're not going so very fast in the rookie, so I haven't done any practice, I must admit, so I have no idea. There's Fraser now looking to get back past Bruce into Parabolica. These guys have got to start working together if they want to get that podium. And Bruce immediately back on the inside. A lovely little switch back. If he can make it work. And they lock doors. So they come up towards the start-finish. And Sandwalk now looking to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide. It looks like Bruce just decides, yeah, you know what? It's not even worth that. I'll just see if I can get a run on the exit. And he does get back past Sandwalk. Again, they are catching up to AMH. AMH not far up the road. They work together here. The Les down the inside of web user Johnny coming down towards Parabolica. Yeah, the Les going around the outside, but Johnny's going to have the inside. He should have a good run on the exit. And with no slipstream to help either car, it's whoever's got the best exit will take this place as they head down the main straight. But in front we've got Sandwalk again looking to the inside of Bruce Lee Harding. We're going on to lap number 19 now. How time flies by when you're having fun. We have got just 4 laps remaining of this race. Bruce Lee Harding keeping that position. Webster Johnny still fending off from Les, coming through the right-hander on the exit of the Recorder Junior Circuit loop. And 3 wide down the back straight. 1 has joined. A bit late. But Jamie down the inside of the Les. Webster Johnny's about to lose 3 places, down 1 straight away. As Scooby also looks to go through. Johnny takes a wider line this time, maybe looking to get a bit of a slipstream run as Jamie goes up into 7th place. Here we go then, the Les I don't know what he's attempting to do here, but he's working because they're all catching up with Jamie, and Johnny sending it down the inside maybe, almost. Just about backs out of it. Here comes players back through. Scooby G takes advantage as well. He reclaims his place as they go back to the back end of the circuit. Bruce still pestering Fraser a little bit here. As we head down the main straight again for the 20th time, we're going to have 2 laps remaining as we head on to the penultimate lap with the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5 League. The Les has got past Jamie, and Scooby G now looking down the inside of the Les. Is he going to brake late enough? He's going to try. No, he's not. They're still going to be side by side between Jamie and Scooby G through the left-hander towards the right. Jamie will keep that place for now. And they all go a bit wide coming out of the right-hander, just trying to push that limit of how much grip those tyres will give you. Bruce still on the tail of Fraser. And then the Les, this group of 4 cars. I mean, Monza sure always brings out a belting race with plenty of action, and is no different here. You've even got a battle here for 14th place. I kid you not, this is the last 2 positions in the race, and we're having a battle for it because Shadowstalker is having to try and defend off from Ginger Poisson. If they can beat the 2 cars behind them through, they'll have an extra lap to fight it out. Fraser still, I don't know what's happened here. Oh, there they are. There's the other lot. Fraser still getting a little bit of hassle though. But Boyrax at 14. He's going to come through Parabolica now. And yet again, he stays out of trouble. And it's going to be Boyrax at 14 who takes the win at Monza Short. Followed by Adam Morris. Typical P-Cars change. MH third. Fraser will come home 4th. Defending brilliantly from Bruce Lee Harding in 5th. Samwalk 6th. Jamie WRX is going to... No, he's not. The Les will nick it on the line from Jamie WRX. Then Scooby G. P-Car's timing's gone to absolute high hell. Moves to Johnny 10th. Prosser will come home 11th. The Dizzler will come home in 12th with Cop Marco in 13th. And then we got this little battle because Ginger Poisson has managed to get past Shadowstalker going towards Parabolica. Shadowstalker's run a bit wide. That's going to ruin any run he would have wanted going at him towards the line. So Ginger Poisson is going to finish 14th. And Shadowstalker in 15th. So provisional results. Boyrax of 14 takes the win from Adam Morris. Then AMH in 3rd. Timing's gone nuts because Fraser is in 4th. Bruce Lee Harding 5th. Sandok 3 is in 6th. The Les is 7th. Jamie 8th. Scooby G is 9th. Johnny 10th. Prosser 14 is 11th. The Dizzler 12th. Cop Marco 13th. Ginger Poisson is in 14th. Followed by Shadowstalker to round out, and York Stig unfortunately couldn't get to the start after having to retire from qualifying. So next up for the Emily Linscott GT5s, we have round number 7 next week. From Zolder, it's going to be a reverse grid race, so that should be interesting to watch. Next up is the Formula Rookies from Monza Short, and get your umbrellas, it is raining. I'm obviously competing in that, so stay tuned for my point of view from it. But from myself and everyone here at the Ginetta GT5s, we thank Emily Linscott for sponsoring the event. And we thank you for watching tonight. But until next week, thank you all for watching.